Hello, welcome back to a very sunny toolbox lesson again today. We are out here on the 13th green, myself and Callum. Where have you gone? There you are. We're looking at his wedges and his short game today, so we'll be getting around a few greens on course, doing some situational stuff, and basically I think from what we know in Callum's last round it was primarily short game that was letting him down a bit, weren't it? Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely.
So let's have a look to enhance it today and hopefully get it up to scratch with the rest of his game, because I think we're in a good place at the minute, aren't we? Get in there. Cool, right, let's get into it. Right then, situation one, just kind of a bog standard chip shot. In length I'm going to say it's about 20 yards, no real obstacles to get over. Yeah, we're just kind of reviewing technique at this point. So just looking at technique then, I've managed to just capture a little video using this huddle technique app. I'll bring it up on screen for you people at home round about now. This is a face on view, okay? What we see is quite a lot of shaft lean to start with. Okay, so hands kind of definitely over left thigh. Yeah? As we take it back, it's all looking pretty neat and tidy. There's not a lot of lateral shift in your body, which is good. It's all staying nice and centred. And then we're returning it again with that shaft length quite far forward. So what I want to see ideally is less shaft lean to start with, which hopefully equates to less shaft lean when we're approaching into golf ball, because all that's doing, this is not necessarily thinking about the heel strikes, we'll have to come to that a little bit later on, but you talking about that you can play around with dynamic loft. If we're starting from a position like that and then ending it there, you're taking probably too much loft off for a shot of this type. But critically, off a tight line, we're not using that bounce well enough. It's very leading edgy. Yeah. When we're that far forward with the hands and we're very diggy, and like you said, you can get some heavy ones and you can also get some thin ones as well. So let's go a bit more neutral in setup. So ball position more middle, handle kind of pointing up to belly button, and then just see if we can return that club back to where it needs to be. Yeah. It's different in that strike, a bit crazy, wasn't it?
It was.
So let me help you with that setup thing now.
Well, instead of having it firm forward, have it back then.
That's it. How do you feel your weight's positioned at the minute?
In the minute it feels
in your feet, whereabouts?
In the minute it feels even, which I think...
If you could just go probably, I'd say 55, 60 left foot, so ever so slightly a little bit more of a lean. That just helps you with that downward strike. Yeah. What about toe to heel were you at the minute with your chips? Do you feel as though there's more weight on your toes or your heels?
Toes, but we are... downhill.
That's probably why we're noticing the heel strikes. So thinking about your dynamic balance and stuff, if ever we need to get away from that, we need to feel as though it's definitely more centred when we think front to back of your feet, or more in the heels to combat this slope, because that's going to take it away from that heel, isn't it?
Good point.
You know what I mean?
Right there.
That's it. Beautiful. Two more there.
I feel comfortable playing around with that.
Good.
Is that alright?
That's better, yeah. It's a bit of an higher, softer landing one.
Yeah. See, I was concerned before when we did the pitching, because you said I was delivering it quite high, and I know there's perhaps a lot to do with the wrist. So I've been conscious about having too much loft.
Yeah. Think about a chip being a shorter shot though. You've got less wrist hinge, less body movement. So really all you're doing is this. Whatever you kind of start with, that's what you're going to deliver. Yeah.
I suppose that's a good reason having somebody looking at it and feeding back as well.
That's what I'm in for.
My aims up because they're all
Good one. now, even though that probably felt like a fraction behind ball, because we're using that bounce a little bit more, you got away with it.
Is that what it is?
That's it. Bounce shouldn't be called bounce, it should be called help. Because it is. You can get it wrong if you use bounce correctly. Whereas if you go very leading edge and you get it wrong, Deadsville.
I know about bounce, but it is learning how to...
I almost feel as though the feeling for me when
you
using
feel
bounce is...
like you were taking it off.
Yeah, this part don't interact with the ground, this part does. That's what you've got to feel. So less of this, more of that. Lovely that. Right then, so same again. We've just changed club. We've gone same shot, but we've gone 56 now, I'm guessing. Is it 56?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Ooh, that went nipped one, weren't it?
Yeah. Watch this one.
That was a spinner. Good. Right, a little bit of a changing situation. There was someone coming up on the 13th green, so we've moved to the 17th. Might have worked out a little bit better though, because this is a better green. You've got a few more undulations and stuff like that. We were going to go higher loft and have a play around with that, but we've gone back to the 52. We've got like an uphill shot and it breaks a little bit right to left at the end, doesn't it?
Just a little.
Lengthwise, a little bit longer this one as well, so this should be interesting. Same idea as the fly though. Very spinny that one. Just watch your ball position, just crept a little bit far forward that one. One thing that
did that affect the spin then?
Yeah, definitely. One thing that I recommend you do is go narrower, because from there it's not very harder, because that doesn't make sense. It's harder to move ball position around with a narrower stance.
Yeah, yeah.
If you're an extra 2 club heads width apart, so by that I mean
you can't tell the difference.
This is my stance. If you go back of the stance, it's there. If you go forward, it's there. Where if you're like that, that to that is a crazy variation, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Another favourite thing of mine about the narrower stance as well is that like your sternum in relation to the ball is got less chance of moving as well. So if you go wider, there's more chance of a bit of a sway, whereas you go narrow, everything's just kind of locked in. Keep it as an arm swing and then you'll plonk that club onto a backup ball.
What are you thinking about wrist hinge at this distance?
No.
No?
No. Unless you're mega skilled, I'd never really advocate a wrist hinge move.
That's what I'm trying to get out. Feels a lot more forced not doing it, but it's just something to get used to, isn't it?
Well, if it's something that you naturally have in there, don't take it out, do you know what I mean?
Well,
your technique's now in such a better place so that you can...
Yeah, yeah. But it was like that before, wasn't it?
You just can't allow any tension in your forearms. So, you know, when people do take wrist hinge out, they tend to get quite stiff and tense, and they just try and make it one of those moves. If you've got a little bit, then just keep it in.
Yeah, I think that tension rings a bell. Rings true.
A little bit thin.
Yeah.
That's better. Better length. That was good. That was really good. Shame about that bounce. Best one so far. Yeah, better line. Yeah, that's a nice shot.
I was going far out, wasn't it? Pushing now.
Come back down. Might be okay, that one.
Push it.
Hold it. Oh! Beautiful.
Take any of that.
Yep, 30 yard chip. Grouping's way better. Look at them there. Beauties. Good stuff. Yeah.
I think that was yours, and these two are mine.
Okay.
I don't know where your first one went.
One of yours in all. A little bit of a different scenario here then. Let's go for the club that we're going to use first. What club would you actually use if you're in this situation?
56.
Right, cool. Let's go 56 then.
Bit
So,
more bounce as well.
slightly heavier lie. We're in a little bit, it's like just thicker than semi, I'd say. It's a relatively easy chip shot. We've got a little bit of green to work with, just a small brow to go over, and we have got a backstop. So, first few chips, if we can try and not use a backstop, that'd be cool. Yeah, so you just got to run it out there.
Okay.
That's nice. Bit more spin on that one as well.
Yeah, it grabbed, didn't it?
Lie will massively dictate how much spin you get on them, and I suppose it's tricky, you know, like with you not knowing how every different type of lie reacts. So if I were to get one that were like this, I know that comes out proper dead, and I have to pitch it only just on the green.
So sat down, there's more spin.
Less spin.
Less spin.
Less spin.
Oh, on the, okay.
Yeah, sat up, I know that one's got potential to come really high out of the grooves and launch really high and come out very dead. So that one is almost a bit of a guessing game.
Are you trying to get it a bit closer then, aren't you?
Yeah, good shot, well managed. But it's only really through playing these different types of lines and kind of assessing how it's lying first.
If it's down, would you play it a bit further back or not? Not even think about that?
I won't change anything in my setup, I'd just be a little bit more conscious of getting that club to the bottom of the ball.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a spinner. Okay.
A bit more high on the face.
That's pretty good.
But the aim was better, wasn't it?
Yeah. Ooh, unlucky. Good shot. Right, I'll show these people the groupings. But look at this for a grouping now. Much better. Get in there. I know that was a little bit of a shorter chip, but fantastic that. Right, so in this next part we're going to talk about landing zone. So what we're going to do, we're going to drop the ball about 15 yards from the flag again. 3 different clubs, we've got 52, 56, 60. And we're basically just going to get Callum to pitch those balls accordingly, depending on the loft. So 60 being the furthest, closest to the hole. 52 being the shortest, furthest away from the hole. So as you can see...
the fringe?
What you say?
Fringe?
Yeah. Just behind it, I was just in that rough bit there. So as you can see, we are now practicing landing zones. We've got 3 T-pegs out. The back one there is going to be for the 52-degree wedge. That's for the 56, that's for the 60. The aim of the game is to pitch it as close to those T-pegs as you can, and that is going to get you as close to that hole as possible. So let's see how it gets on. Don't read the line properly. Perfect. Ooh. Perfect, that. Secondary now, striking it. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Look at that one. Can't get any better pace control there.
That is tapping, isn't it?
Yep. Right then, another change of scenery. We are here on the 5th, and as you may or may not be able to see, this is a Mackenzie 2-tier green. So we're going from a bank, which is a downhill sloping lie. We're getting a bit confident now, really. And we're going to see how close we can get it to this very tricky flag. Let's give it a go. Let's see where this one ends up. That could be decent for line. Good shot. That's good. Hold it. Straight in middle. Straight in middle. Yeah. Never looked like being anywhere else, that one. Told you. That's a rate chip. I think it level of difficulty here as well. And even ones that you've got slightly wrong, right here, your furthest one's about 15 foot away. Yeah. It's an hard chip this. You just hold it.
JackLee.com.
Yeah. JackLeePJ.com.
JackLeePJ.
It should just be JackLee, shouldn't it? I think that domain had gone when I looked for it.
Really?
It's too far right for 2 in a row, that.
It is, but if you take them on their own merit.
If you have liked this video, please like, share, subscribe as you normally do. Stay tuned for further episodes of the Toolbox coming up.
Now I just feel better about the whole process of chipping. Good. Strike's there, so you can go in it with a bit more confidence.
Landing zone's a good thing to think about, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's a case of taking what we've done today, practicing in my own time, so you get that feel about it all. But I think definitely good things. Taking out the big misses, which is what we've done on the other side of the game. Yeah. So hopefully now this is going to equate to lower scores, because that's the whole deal, isn't it? Until next time, thanks for watching. Cheers.